All right. What up, Tycoon? Super excited for today's video. This is Dollar Tree, okay? DLTR. This is one of my favorite stocks personally. If you watched my previous video I made in the beginning of the year on the top stocks to own in a recession, Dollar Tree was in there, okay? Now, Dollar Tree actually gave us most of the headwind for this bad inflation, right? They were the first company to really step ahead of it. And what they did was actually raise their prices, up from a dollar. All right. So now the Dollar Tree does not have things that only cost a dollar. All right. Made multiple 100% plays on Dollar Tree trading options, around this catalyst. And the chart has just been super clean. Okay. We've been breaking down the chart and, analyzing it. And we'll go ahead and take a look at that now. Okay. Here, so I'm speaking how it's filling the gap down from previous earnings, right? Each earnings, it's had a very dramatic move on the stock. Okay. Um, so look for that to continue. All right. I'm expecting a really big move either to the up or to the down. All right. Now I lean a little bit more to the up due to the fact that, they were ahead of this. They were able to raise, their prices a lot earlier than, other companies. Okay. To start and try to get ahead of this, inflation crisis that we're really in right now. Okay. So, I had the buy zone here, okay, back when it was trading in between 85 and $92. The stock is currently $167. All right. So that right there is about 100% just on the shares alone. Okay. Super clean chart, right? We had a very clean cup and handle breakout here. All right. Rose up higher. Super clean. The things we need to be cautious of, okay? We have one gap down, two gap down, three gaps down. These fill 90 to 95% of the time historically in the stock market, okay? So the reason it's a big deal is because there's a high likelihood that we are going to fall and fill these gaps down. Now, the main question is when? When is that going to happen, right? Well, you're going to fill gaps down on a bearish cycle, right? You're going to drop down to these levels in a bearish cycle, right? Even though the stock market has been in a bear market, Dollar Tree has been performing very well because again, I highlighted it's a stock, okay, that does well and performs well in a recession, okay? So, that's why we're seeing it perform so hard right now. There's lots of talks that the recession could be over. The Biden administration even changed the definition of a recession. And if that's the case, that's when we may see an outflow of money and we could start to drop and fill these gaps down, okay? Because, hey, well, we don't have to worry about a recession anymore. We can take our recession play profits from Dollar Tree and perhaps put them back into tech and growth, right? And that's what analysts are saying. They're like, oh, we're seeing this rotation back into tech and back into growth and things like that. What they mean is they're selling their winning plays that have been recession plays, and they're cutting some of those and looking to start look for a brighter future. Okay, so Dollar Tree, is going to be really, really interesting. Okay. It wouldn't surprise me at all if it skyrockets up past 180, but, we do have all of these gaps down to be cautious of. All right. So the main thing I want to emphasize is that we have what's known as bearish divergence. Okay. So I want you to look and see how we're making highs, right? So the price action is currently going up, making higher highs. Well, look at our RSI, the relative strength index. Okay. We have a high here, we have a lower high here, and we have a lower high here. Okay, so while the price action has been going up, making higher highs, the RSI has been going down, making higher or lower highs. All right, this is what's known as bearish divergence. It's an indicator that there could be some bearishness in the future, right? So I'm not expecting a massive dump tomorrow on Dollar Tree or anything like that. But what I'm looking at is I'm looking and saying, okay, well, if I wanted to short Dollar Tree, maybe for a day trade or a swing trade, I could enter in along these trend lines and look to see if we continue the pattern of getting rejected, right? We have a rejection here, we have a rejection here. If we come back up, there's a possibility that pattern could repeat itself and we get another rejection and move downwards. Okay. If we break through this trend line here, we have this trend line as well for a more conservative play. All right. Now, I do want to advise against caution on that because this market currently in the past 2 months has been breaking bearish divergence across the market, right? So any bearish divergence that we previously had, the market's been so bullish lately that it's pretty much just canceled out and voided those. Now, these are still valid. So, that is why I'm paying attention to it. That is why I'm watching it. I'd love to see Dollar Tree shoot up to the moon. I might get into an earnings play for it, just because it's going to be such a fun play. I think that if you put in something you're willing to lose on an earnings play, and you're fine with losing it, right? A very small amount that you wake up and that money's gone forever. You don't care. Then that's what I would do if you're looking to play the earnings. But if you're looking to play the long term, I wouldn't rush into buying Dollar Tree right now. Now, if CPI comes out bad in September, and let's say the Fed is more aggressive, okay, and they do a 75 basis point hike or even higher, right? That's gonna be a good look for Dollar Tree, okay? Because what that's gonna do is push down the economy and drive demand down. And you're gonna see larger retailers, right? Like Target has been struggling a lot recently, but Dollar Tree not so much, right? People don't have as much money, and they're gonna go to Dollar Tree. They're gonna go to those cheaper stores that still sell essentials, right? Things that everybody needs, but at a very cheaper price, right? And when everybody's got money, they're like, Dollar Tree. Who's going to the Dollar Tree, man? Let's go spend money at the most expensive place we can find, right? So that's basically it. Hopefully you liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out. Okay. If you want to see a viewer request, let me know in the comments below. I do those viewer requests every single week. So if you want to see your stock broken down next, let me know.